Men tend to improve overall once they get into relationships with women. It has been studied and confirmed by numerous scientific studies that men are also happier plus healthier when they are married to women. A large part of this comes because women contribute a large portion of the well being of a relationship by extending their own self care routines and rituals onto their partners. For an example, to the men out there and to the women too, if you're in a relationship with a woman or if you're a woman in a relationship with a man, did you ever do face mask routines? Did you have a face wash? Did you go to the dentist every 6 months or once a year? Did you get that chest pain, those chest heart palpitations that you were experiencing before you got with your woman, or was it afterwards? Men live longer and take better care of themselves when they are partnered with women, and more specific, when they are married to a woman. All over TikTok this morning, I was actually scrolling on TikTok. It's a bad habit, but I was in bed, bored. It's lazy Sunday morning after I wished my mom a happy Mother's Day. And I came across a video that said, the black wife effect is real. And I'm like, huh? What is he talking about? It was a gingerhead white man. Real ginger, like, just like white. Like, he was just like Wonder Bread white man with ginger hair, bluish, greenish eyes. And he showed pictures of himself before he got with his black wife. And then he showed the pictures of himself after he got with his black wife. Talk about a glow up. Now, these men were not ugly before they got with their black wives, but it was a huge improvement in their overall look, their haircuts, their beard care, the way that they groom their facial hair, and also just overall, it seemed like they had this confidence, this swag about themselves that just became, it just multiplied times 100, and like it's very very apparent to see. And everybody on TikTok, these non-black men, because I came across one video. It was a black man who showed like his before and after being with his black wife, marrying his black woman, and the same thing happened to him. And it's like, is this really a thing? And I had to think about it. Like, a lot of black women will show before and after pictures, or just tell you like before they got with their non-black, and more specifically their non-black husbands. It can happen with a black woman being with a black man, but in more specific, it's like the contrast is too stark, no pun intended, like the black on white. But the contrast is really there when you see a black woman who was with a non-black man, in more particular a white man, and like you see how he looked and his behaviors and his characteristics and his self-esteem, his confidence levels before he got with his black wife, and then after he married a black woman, you just see it like just skyrocket. And it's just so interesting and fascinating. And it was so many videos on TikTok talking about the black wife effect, and like these non-black men showing pictures and video proof of their before and after. And I'm just like, my mind was blown. The truth is, black people are people of African descent, rather. We have this inherent ability, we have this swag and soulfulness about ourselves. You can see it in our speech patterns. Again, our music is definitely there. Our food. We literally have something called soul food. There's no race on the planet. They just call it, Indian food is Indian food, Italian food is, black people don't even call it black. We just call it soul food. It's just food from the soul. It's just love and care and nurturing and prosperity and prolificness, and put into our food to the point where we just call it soul food. We don't call it black people food. It's just soul food because it's just for the soul. When you are a couple, right? When you are in a relationship, that man, that woman, I'm talking about monogamous relationships, okay? I don't know about the poly, whatever y'all got going on. When you are one man and one woman heterosexual relationship, you tend to pick up the characteristics, the hobbies, the habits, and the almost the personality of that person you're with. Because again, like marriage is like two become one, right? You share a family name, two become one. You kind of got to compromise. It's two completely different people coming together to create one family, one unique family, and an entirely different new family unit. So it makes sense that when you see these like red-haired, kind of nerdy, geeky white boys before they got with their black wives, they completely just transcend. They completely just make this whole incredible transformation to the point where, like, when they get with a black woman, they marry them and they have black wives, they become the husband of a black woman. Like, they literally just like, I'm seeing white men wear bonnets that are married to black women because, again, like, it's just so normal to them. Like, I have a black wife, like, she wears this bonnet. She shows me how she does these braids. She oils her scalp, and it's like, to them it's like completely new because, again, like, if you're a white man or a non-black man, your mother, your sisters, your cousins, the female relatives in your family, 9 times out of 10 they don't live like black women. They don't wear bonnets to bed. They're like, it's kind of like it's an entirely new experience for them, and it's like almost a culture shock. Like, what in the world? Like, not in a bad way, but it's just like, again, it's a unique cultural experience, and it kind of fascinates them. And I understand on both sides like why it would. So you have these non-black men marrying black women, and they are becoming one with them. They're becoming one with their wives. They're picking up their characteristics. They're picking up their lingos, her speech pattern, the kind of slang that they say. Like, black women, we have a lot of slang things. Like when we say girl, that could be different from girl. Then you got now girl. Like, it's like different. It's just the way we are, as black people, but in more specific, black women. A lot of men, again, like, they'll tell you like their wives upgraded them. Like, it's been proven that like men who are partnered with women, like men who are in serious monogamous relationships with women, they become more attractive in the eyes of other women, be they single women, other married women, taken women. It doesn't matter, because usually, again, like, men are valuable on their own. I'm not saying like men only derive value from being coupled up with a woman, but it's been proven that, like, okay, if I show you a picture of, to most women, if I show a picture of a single man, he's just by himself chilling, he's just average looking, they probably wouldn't think too much about him. But if I showed that same man with the woman who's kind of attractive, she's kind of, she got some things going on, and like that woman's attractiveness and her skincare routines, her rituals, her beauty rituals, the way she takes care of her teeth, her dental, her medical, and like she also imposes those standards onto her partner. Like, she's making sure that he gets haircuts. She's making sure that he wears like fitted outfits. He's going to the dentist. He's going to get his yearly manly physician care at his doctor. That man becomes more attractive in the eyes of several different women. All in all, get a black woman.